Good morning. I thought I would take you for a little, like, not like a day, well, it is, I suppose it is a day in the life, but like walk you through a typical day for me. Not that any day is typical, right? But so last week was all filming, loads of collabs, and now this week it's been a week full of admin, uploads, editing, time at the spa to recover from all the filming, and now today I will be live streaming. So I thought, do you know what, I've just done the school run, let's hop on the camera and try to remember to sort of take you through my day. So get ready to come with me. So far this morning I've already chatted to a few people, checked out on purchases that were done through the night. What was I just going to get? Oh, my other phone. And what else? Yeah, checked up on a few messages that I had, purchases. I have got myself ready, done hair and makeup, done school run, got back, made a second coffee, sorted the pets out, done breakfast, got little one dressed, teeth brushed, all of that malarkey. And now it's time to sort out what outfit I'm going to be wearing and log on in like 43 minutes. One issue is it's been my lady time of the month. So, first 2 days are usually mega heavy. Then it sort of tapers off, but it's still there. I thought, oh, it's okay. I'll just whack a sponge in. I used my last Beppy sponge yesterday. Didn't realise I didn't have any more left because I usually have like a bag of like 100. So I've ordered some more. I'm hoping I will find some or one somewhere. And if not, pray to God that it's actually stopped. So wish me luck on that one. I need to post. So X, Instagram, the other platforms. So what is there? 3OF, Fansly, Minifids, Sheer, Fat Pulse, PH, subs. Oh my God, there's like 9 or 10 platforms. So then I'll need to go on all of them, quickly shove something out on all of them, get on the live, and then crack on with the admin and stuff for the rest of the day. And I need to get my lashes done because they've all fallen out, which was really vulnerable when I'm going live because there's no filter. But they're always very lovely to me. So here we go again. Here we have it, Kayla Wild HQ. Got my little sign, got the pink light going. I need to go downstairs, get the ring light and set up. I'll be working from 2 phones because I find that the light and the camera's just better on the phone than my Mac. So what I usually do is I have the free page, the main page up on 2 phones. I've got another phone to check on other messages while I'm on the live stream, and also have the laptop as well. So I don't know what to wear. I don't know whether to go for like the lingerie vibes or go for, I love a big baggy t-shirt with a pair of knickerknockers and some sloggy white socks. That's my vibe for today. That's what I'm feeling, but I don't know, let's see. So I just quickly took a moment because I've got like 20 minutes before going on live, and I thought, right, let's get a reel done because I needed something to post on Instagram. So I filmed a reel and I'm just on my CapCut Pro now, just editing that through, and then I will be logging on shortly. Right, so I've done the live show. Oh, didn't go extremely well, but it's engaging, it builds the engagement, it gets all the likes up. Got a few tips for a few spin the wheels, so done a couple of videos and stuff for the fan that tipped. And then I had to charge this camera. I've done a reel. I've scheduled all the mass DMs out for tomorrow. I did new profile pictures and banner pictures yesterday. I have chatted, sorted things, done admin. I'm freezing for some reason, even though it's really sunny outside. And now I am going to eat something and go to get my lashes done. I'm feeling a little bit disheartened today, I must admit. Like, this job is so such a roller coaster. It fluctuates. The money fluctuates. The engagement fluctuates. The fan count fluctuates. And then you're just always sort of worrying and thinking about like, well, what can I do? Obviously, it's a very oversaturated industry. But at the same time, you want to hold your boundaries, your values. All the while, tons of other people are pushing theirs and probably earning more. So it's a toughy old one to navigate, I must tell you. So, as per, we just keep plodding along, trust the process, hold on to faith and hope, and continue. So yeah, let's figure out what I've got to eat in this gaff. Didn't really have much choice of food, especially quick food, in the house, so I'm just gonna, I put a wash on, well, got a wash out, put another wash on, and now I'm going to go grab myself something from the M&S garage on the way down to get my lashes done, because I am a hungry little monkey. And then what I need to do is I need to get back, I need to walk the dog, do school pickup, and go straight to, hi, that's my little neighbour, go straight to soft play, because I've promised a soft play date straight after school with one of the besties. And then I'll be back home, do all my mama duties, and check on my messages on and off. It's just constant. And sometimes I sit there and I think, look, I don't think, is it worth it? Absolutely is worth it. Like, I get to pay my bills, I get to be a member of a lovely gym, I get to have a nice car, but it is so, like I said, fluctuating, that sometimes it's like, okay, you're doing a lot, when is the day going to come where it mega pays off? But you just have to keep holding on to the faith and trusting that it's all gonna come to fruition and make sense. It does make sense already. I feel like a plonker even saying it all like this, because I'm like, oh, my head's like, oh, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, try this, try that. There's so many things, like, you're always just trying to work out what will gain an audience reach, because you need the audience reach to then get subscribers. So you have to just constantly keep putting yourself out there, and that is a lot. That has to, in a way, make sense that it's worth being out there so much. Because if you ain't making the money for putting yourself out there so much, what is the point, you know? And I'm making more money than I've ever earned in my entire life. It's just the times when it fluctuates and dips, it's like impossible to not affect you mentally, psychologically and emotionally, you know? And what I'm thinking is, I did a newspaper interview the other day for The Sun. It was meant to come out Sunday just gone. It's been delayed. It's coming out this Sunday, because there's a new TV show called Margot's Got Money Troubles, and it's about a single mum who goes and does OF, and so they spoke to some real life single mums and did interviews, and then they came over and took my pictures and stuff, and I got to see the lovely Polly, who I just adore. I met her before on a different interview for The Sun when I was up at Andy's studio. I love Josh as well, the journalist, and Polly come and did my photos, and we had such a laugh. Oh my god, why was I even talking about that? Oh yeah, that was it. And she was like, why don't you like get on YouTube and do this and do that? And I was like, I have a YouTube channel. It's just working out what works on each platform. And I swear to you, I think someone or a group are just out to get me and don't want me to do well. It is an uphill battle. stuff is such a slog, especially when there's people who don't want to see you succeed. Oh, go on, Queen. I just saw a guy all dressed up, like walking. Go on, Queen. Yeah, when there's people out there that don't want to see you succeed, and they're bitter and they're hateful, and they just come after you, and you don't even, like, how do people have the time? I don't know how they have the time. But it makes it hard. Makes it hard to exist online, because then you just get mass reports and you get flagged, and you'll do everything PG on all these safer work platforms and still get removed. So it is just really, really, really difficult a lot of the time. You have to be a resilient little thing to keep going, let me tell you that. Right, I'm nearly at M&S. Right, there we have it. I just grabbed, trying to stay gluten free. This isn't gluten free, is it? Anyway, some loaded chicken Caesar dipper and my favourite apple slices with peanut butter for a little bit of sweetness afterwards. So I am gonna munch them before getting my infills done. Let's open this up, see how this bad boy is. I've not had these before. I got told that the M&S Caesar dip is peng. Why are you walking so close to my car, man? Oh yeah. Oh my god, that's so freaking nice. What a lovely little snack. Oh, I've got the wrong glasses on. Honest to God, Kayla. Alright, let's go. Come on, girl. Bosh. Off we go. I was thinking of doing some like YouTube videos with some mad life stories, because I half have a few, I'll tell you that. I'm not quite sure how I'm here. Oh my god, this is so yummy. Oh, what a lovely day. That live show though wound me up a little bit. I mean, it was nice, it was a little laugh. It's just, you know what bugs me? It bugs when I know for a fact they're there with their winkle in their hand, doing the jolly good dance, and they're not giving me anything for it. That really bugs me. I don't like freeloading entitled men. So fucking icky. Ugh. Right, let's go. Right, I've arrived to where my lashes are, parked up. Let's go get these done. I'll show you what they look like now. You've probably seen them, but so they really need infilling. I will show you what they look like once I'm done. I'm sure this isn't of any interest. Pardon me. But it's all I've got today. I'm feeling very lackluster. Feeling very uninspired and unmotivated. So this is what you get today. Oh my god, it's stinging. It's stinging. Oh goodness me. Let's hope they don't bloody fall out, because now my eyes are watering. So, oh god, just turn the car off, honestly. She was half an hour late. Fucking hell. And I really needed to get home to walk the dog. Sometimes I need to realise, like, when I like schedule my day, I think, right, I'll fit this into that, then 5 minutes onto that, and then I realise, shit, not everyone works as efficiently. I don't want to say I'm the most efficient, but like, not everyone's a single mum. Do you know what I mean? Where you realise how precious time is. So yeah, I was sitting for half an hour in the sunshine outside, and I always try to flip the perception on anything, do you know what I mean? Like, oh well, I get to be in the sun, and well, oh sorry darling, this and that. What am I saying? I've gone brain dead. That's not a very nice thing to say actually, is it? I need to realise I could just crop shit out. I don't need to constantly keep talking. Yeah, so oh well, I got some sun, I got some vitamin D, weren't I? Didn't I, while I was waiting there? I said, oh Lil, I've really got to get back, man. I need to walk the dog because I've promised to go soft play straight from school. What way is it telling me to go? That way. So I'm on my way back. It goes flatline. And look, over there, right, is the church. So where I am right now in the Abbey, there's a house over there, or a flat, and that was my little flat that I used to rent early in my sobriety. And where is my vape? And I used to go to the church across the road. So there's a church in front of me there. And oh, they were so lovely, the family who used to run it. And that flat was very strange. But it was like £800 a month for a, look, there it is. That's so weird. And I used to do insurance for my dad's firm back in the day. Not even that much back in the day, but it was a while ago now, a good few years ago. So I've done OF for 3 years. And before that I lost my job in COVID. I was breastfeeding for 4 years. I'd escaped a domestic abusive relationship, and I had social involved, police involved. It was long, probably one of the most traumatic times of my life, dealing with that sober. At least the other traumatic times, after the time I was in a different realm a lot of the time. So to go through that sober was freaking painful. And when I finally got out of all of that, my job asked me one day, when are you going to stop breastfeeding? I was like, I don't think you're allowed to ask that. And they gave me a little chunk of money and asked me to sign a settlement that I'd never do a claim against them, and asked me to leave. So that was charming. So that money kept me going in the house for just under a year. And my old house I grew up in was just there. So strange. Honey Lane. No R's about it. It all wasn't very pleasant actually. Anyway, what was it? Don't know what I was saying now. What was I saying? Oh God, I don't know. I'm gonna vape. That was it. So that money that I got from the settlement from my insurance job, the company was sold basically when I was on maternity leave, and so much changed. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was on my own with a brand new baby in COVID, had gone through court, and it was going through court and everything. So at the time, just thinking, what the hell has gone on here, you know? It's a lot to take in. And I remember having Christmas all on our own and everything like that. Mad to think that was the time. Again, what was I saying? Oh yeah, that was it. So that settlement money kept us going in the house for just under a year, and I knew I kind of had to have a bit of a plan of what the hell we were going to do, what I was going to do to keep everything going when that money ran out. How was I going to keep the house? How was I this? How was I that? And I'd made an OF account back in like 2021, and I did nothing with it. I was way too scared. don't know, something in me just made one, and I'd done absolutely nothing with it for over 2 years. And then it was September 2023, where I was like, bit the bullet. I was like, no, let's try. And I gave it a go, and I think I made $618 on my first month. I never realised that the average monthly earning on OF is like $180 per month for people. But it is, I realise now, obviously, doing the job, how intense it is, how hard it is, how constant and non-stop it always is. If you're gonna make money, if you want to make money, it is serious graft. Like, it's definitely not for everyone. I think you have to have a love for S work. Well, I do anyway. I have to have a love for S work and for creativity, and not minding the admin around, as long as it's all creative and that. For me, I'm into it, you know. And thank God for OF, because I wouldn't have been able to get to where I am now without it, and I wouldn't have been able to be a really present parent. Like, I don't miss anything, you know, and I don't have to rely on a guy in a relationship, and I don't have to this, and I don't have to that, and I don't have to rely on toxic family members or anything, you know. I do generally, personally, feel the most free and the most me I've ever felt in my life. And I'm 38, and I still feel like I'm learning about myself, experiencing myself, living life really properly for the first time in terms of for me, and feeling actually like me. So this life has worked for me. So yeah, the money on OF after that first month, $618, and then it went up and up and up. I'm not the big bucks kind of earner, but it is more than anything I've ever earned in my whole entire life before. But it definitely fluctuates, and this month's a tough one. I keep getting told it's low across the board, but I feel like you just always get told that. But still more than I used to earn. So I've got to look at the positives, keep that perception from the good viewpoint, you know, all that jazz. Do you know what? I still have love for like that church and stuff. I'm not a massive fan of like religion, because I watch so much true crime and things about cults and things about religions that like you just see how much harm it does as well. But gratefully, the pastor and his wife and their daughter from the church, one of the churches I used to go to, was just so lovely, and they really felt like they saved me a few times, like the hard things with my family and things like that. I remember working at the office in Waltham Abbey, and my mum and dad had really started on me when everyone had left, and they were like over me, and I felt very targeted. I felt in fear. I think a lot of the trigger comes from childhood and seeing them argue and fight and violence and stuff. And I mean, my dad used to only have to raise his voice and I would be petrified, you know. So I remember that time happening in the office. I don't like to go, I feel like I can hear them in my head when I talk about them, as if, oh, she's being dramatic and she's exaggerating and she's making it out and she's this and she's that. And so I dilute so much when I speak, because I don't want to sound like I'm playing a victim. People can probably relate to that. But that time in particular, I remember the lady at church then was so there for me. The main thing I used to like about church was the singing. I used to love the singing and being brave enough to put my hands in the air and stuff. And don't get me wrong, many times during preaching there was stuff that I felt very conflicted with, and I felt like messages were really confusing, and this and that and this and that, and there were things I would challenge a lot of the time. And And I think that's what a lot of what the world wants to do to you, or the society anyway, is to stop you from critically thinking just so you obey, you know. And this is tons of now what I've untangled and unlearned and rewired and renewed, and now I like to liberate myself to then have others liberate themselves and be that like bit of hope, bit of light, you know. I don't think there's one woman that I've not worked with either in recovery, sobriety stuff, or the counselling stuff where I just haven't really been able to provide a safe place. I mean, have I worded that right? Anyway, it's amazing when you do facilitate such a safe space and environment, and like that non-judgment and that empathy and the active listening and all of that real person-centered care integrated with all the other approaches, and just I feel like I've educated myself so much to be of use. And that doesn't mean I have to be the most academic or the most this or the most that, because I can sit here and do this talk and think, oh, you don't even use good English, and you don't even that, and you're not good enough, you're not good enough, you're not good enough. It's like when I'm in a bit of fear, like I am now even talking, it's like my IQ just falls away from me, and then sometimes it just hits and then it's off and then it just works, you know. And that tends to happen when I feel really safe. But I'm always in fear of judgment, to be honest. You wouldn't think it with all that I do, would you? But I am. I just actively make such a strong decision to not let it drive me. Like even now as I'm talking, I'm still pushing through that fear. Like I pep talk myself every freaking day. And there I am doing like adult work, and I'm plastered online, do you know what I mean? In the most vulnerable state you could be. But there's something deep within me. Deep within me. I think there's something in me that goes to the places that other people are scared of going. Like the internal stuff, the internal realms, you know. And I really believe that if we healed the realm of adult stuff, SEX, I genuinely believe, no matter how cringe or deluded it might sound to some people, I believe it would help the whole of humankind and humanity. Because when you're in that intimate setting, yeah, and like you're climaxing and you're reaching that, like that is such potent life force energy. It's also unbelievably sacred. And when I say sacred, it doesn't mean then I don't have to go and share myself with anyone. I can share myself with however and how many people I want and whoever I want. It's just up to me to be regulated and educated enough to, and know myself enough to choose who I do that with, you know. Doesn't matter how many of them there are. Doesn't mean that I'm not sacred. I absolutely am, and so is the act. It's just then when it's that climax and that I think so much of society is this rough, aggressive, violent nature of it, that then like that stuff then spills out into like the ether of humanity and like all that invisible data around us. If you believe in that type of stuff, it feels like it rings true to me that if it was directed and intended to be used for good, that frequency of energy and that amount of energy that's in that moment, you know, then imagine like what good that could do. It's like if you think about the electromagnetic field of our hearts, I'm always thinking like that green energy, and I'm like thinking of sending love hearts and rainbows and stars out to people, yeah. And I'm fully aware that most of society will think I'm cringe as fuck saying that, but I've done it enough to see the results of that, to see how then what I do internally comes out externally and the good it does. So yeah, even if I am cringe queen, I know what good it does. And so then with the fear of judgment, I can't let that rule because I know the truth. Do you get what I'm saying? Hopefully this makes sense in some way. So yeah, look, I'm not judging any kinks, any ways of doing anything of a sex you all nature, but what I'm trying to show and promote and advocate for is real, genuine, human female pleasure, because I have faked it all of my life, and this is exactly what I mean. Why not go into the adult industry? Because I'm not being funny. People have had me and my body who have given me nothing of value, not even an O. So why shouldn't I go and make money from something where it's so rare for a man to give me an O? So if I can't even reach that peak energy, I might as well get money from it. Do you know what I mean? And then if I want to explore it and explore my sexuality, I don't want to do that with people I don't know off bloody Tinder. I ain't got time today. I have no desire today, and I don't say that from any bitter space. It's all very neutral. I think just so much of my life has been robbed by so many people that now it feels like it's finally mine, and I genuinely enjoy it. Like the relationship I have with myself, I absolutely freaking adore. Wanna go walkies? Yeah? Yeah. Right, there we have it. The dog is walked, the cats are fed. Because my cat had 5 kittens the other day, by the way. We already have 3 of hers. The dog's fed. What now? I need to top my water up, and then I need to run to the school and go to soft play. Look, now I'm recording. And there we have done it. We have done 2 hours in the soft play. We've both had dinner, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
From what I've been watching.
Yep. And the sun is still shining. Mummy feels very tired. So we are going to go back. I guarantee this little one is going to be on his pad, FaceTiming his bestie that he's only just been with, aren't you? Yep. Mummy's going to run a nice hot bath for us. And then I'm going to get some work done on my phone while he's enjoying talking to his pals. And then I'm looking forward to bedtime. I think the house is pretty clear, isn't it? I did it the other day. So I don't really need to do all of that, which is nice. And I was thinking maybe on the weekend we could do some gardening and sort that garden out, because I want to start, now it's sunny, I want to start using the barbecue. Do you want to help me do some gardening on the weekend? Oh, and I booked badminton on Sunday.
Is that
It's the one with the shuttlecock. You know, with the light rackets.
Yeah.
And the shuttlecock. Just me and you.
Yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah.
High five?
I've never done.
I know. That's why I thought it would be cool.
How many days?
2.
2 days.
Well, 2.5, because I've booked it for Sunday late in the afternoon.
What today?
Let's let this lady
What
go.
today? What today? Did you book it today?
I sorted the court out the other day, but I booked it for the weekend. Is that alright? Good stuff. Right, let's get home. I am bathed. I'm laying on my bed. Little one's just having a bit more play and some more pizza because they're always hungry later on at night. And I'm fluffed. But I've got some admin to do, some editing to do. And I don't know what else.